Welcome to the magical world of For You Kids. Sa, I am your friend. Before we start tonight's story, imagine a place full of colors and laughter, where surprises hide in every corner. Now let's get comfy and ready to drift into a beautifully dreamy adventure. Let us explore under the moonlight. In a tranquil small town, there lived a 5-year-old girl named Bella. She had smooth brown hair and a pair of curious big eyes, always fond of wearing her pajamas with a starry pattern. Bella was a child full of curiosity, but she had recently started to feel a bit anxious because she was afraid of the dark and the unknown. Every time night fell, Bella would feel uneasy. She worried that there would be monsters under the bed or strange noises outside the window. Her parents noticed the change in her and decided to help her overcome this anxiety. One night, her father took Bella to the backyard, pointed to the moon and stars in the sky, and began to tell her a story about courage and adventure. Dad told Bella that the moon and stars are the guardians of the night sky. They will illuminate the roads at night and protect every child who is afraid of the dark. He explained that even on the darkest nights, the stars never give up shining. They bravely face the dark, bringing hope and comfort to people. She asked her father, "But what if the stars are not there? What if the night is particularly dark? What should I do?" Dad smiled and replied, "Even if the stars are not there, we can be our own stars, illuminating our own path." To help Bella overcome her fear of the dark, Dad decided to go on a little adventure with her. They prepared flashlights and some necessities and decided to have a night adventure in the backyard. Although Bella was a bit nervous with her father's encouragement, she mustered up the courage, put on her star pajamas, and wore a little explorer's hat. They walked out of the house together, with Bella holding her father's hand tightly. The backyard looked mysterious and beautiful under the moonlight, but Bella still felt a little scared. Dad turned on the flashlight, and a beam of light illuminated the path in front of them. They began to explore, with Dad explaining the natural phenomena of the night to Bella, such as why the moon has different shapes and why stars twinkle. As the adventure progressed, Bella began to feel more and more excited. She saw small animals active at night, heard the unique sounds of the night, and even discovered some beautiful flowers that could not be seen during the day. She began to realize that the night was not as terrifying as she imagined, and it had its own beauty and miracle. However, when they reached the edge of the backyard, a dark forest appeared in front of them, and Bella's heart rate increased. She held her father's hand tightly and dared not move forward. Dad felt her fear, squatted down, and gently said to her, "Bella, look, even this forest has its own beauty under the moonlight. We can go in together and see what's inside." Bella hesitated for a moment, then nodded. She took a deep breath, mustered up her courage, and followed her father into the forest. They walked slowly with the flashlight's beam passing through the trunks and leaves of the tree. Bella began to notice that even in this seemingly dark forest there were subtle glimmers of light from plants that bloom at night or the occasional fireflies passing by. This night adventure taught Bella how to face her fear. She realized that as long as she took the first step bravely, nothing was impossible. She began to understand that even in the darkest moments, there is always a glimmer of light waiting for her. Bella and her father carefully walked through the forest, their footsteps rustling on the fallen leaves. Dad reminded Bella to watch her step from time to time, pointing to the creatures that were faintly visible in the night, telling her their names and habits. Bella's curiosity gradually overcame her fear, and she began to observe the small creatures that twinkled in the moonlight, feeling both amazed and excited. They came to an open space with a small pond, the surface of which was sparkling under the moonlight. Dad told Bella that the frogs in the pond would sing at night, which was their way of communicating. Bella squatted down and listened quietly, and indeed heard a pleasant chorus of frog crow. She was very happy because she had discovered another beauty of the night. Then Dad took Bella to an ancient oak tree. The trunk of the tree was thick and the branches were lush, looking very old. Dad said that this tree was one of the oldest residents of the town, witnessing many stories and changes. Bella reached out her small hand and gently touched the trunk, feeling the roughness of the bark and the traces of time. At this moment, a gust of wind blew, the leaves rustled, and Bella felt it shift. She looked up at the sky and saw that the clouds were gathering, blocking the light of the moon and stars. The forest became darker than before, and Bella's heart rate inevitably increased. Dad noticed Bella's unease, gently held her hand, and said in a calm voice, "Bella, even if the sky is dark, we are not alone. Look, our flashlight is like our little sun, illuminating our world." Bella nodded, feeling the warmth and strength of her father's hand. She turned on her own small flashlight, and a beam of light illuminated the space around them. She began to realize that even in the dark, as long as she had courage and determination, she could find the light. They continued to explore the forest, with Bella becoming more and more brave. She even began to try walking in front by herself, illuminating the path with her small flashlight. Dad followed behind her, smiling at her back, feeling very proud. This adventure taught Bella a lot. She learned how to find her way in the dark and how to stay calm when facing the unknown. She also began to understand that anxiety and fear are just shadows in our hearts. And as long as we face them bravely, we can dispel them and find the light within. As Bella and her father ventured deeper into the forest, they encountered a dense thicket from which strange sounds emanated. Bella's heart raised a tinge of fear mixed with a strong curiosity, urging her to investigate. The father encouraged her, explaining that courage isn't the absence of fear, but the determination to move forward despite it. Taking a deep breath, Bella clutched her small flashlight tightly and slowly approached the thicket. She carefully parted the branches, and suddenly a little hedgehog rolled out, looking somewhat panicked. Bella exclaimed in delight, squatting down to gently stroke the hedgehog's back. Her father explained that the hedgehog might have been foraging for food and was startled by their presence. At that moment, a rumble of thunder echoed through the sky, signaling an impending downpour. Bella and her father quickly found a large tree to shelter under. Raindrops began to pelt the leaves, and Bella felt a bit anxious, worried about getting wet on the muddy path home. Her father held Bella close, telling her that in nature, rain is the source of life, nourishing the earth and allowing all things to grow. He taught Bella to listen to the sound of the rain, to feel the rhythm of the raindrops, helping her understand that even seemingly unwelcome things have their beauty. As the rain gradually subsided, Bella's mood calmed. She began to appreciate the fresh air and damp earth after the rain. Her father suggested they continue their adventure after the rain, looking for new things that might appear. Bella nodded in agreement, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Once the rain had completely stopped, they stepped out from under the tree's shelter and continued on through the forest. Moonlight pierced through the clouds, again illuminating their path. To Bella's delight, the forest seemed more vibrant after the rain, with puddles on the ground reflecting the moonlight like scattered pearls. They arrived at an open meadow dotted with night-blooming flowers that had just opened, the air filled with the fragrance of fresh bloom. Bella and her father lay on the grass, gazing up at the starry sky. Her father told Bella that every star is a miracle in the universe, unique and shining with its own light, just like her. Bella felt her heart fill with warmth and strength. She knew that no matter what difficulties and challenges she faced, as long as she maintained her courage and curiosity, she would find a way to overcome them. This adventure not only taught her how to face anxiety, but also helped her discover her inner strength and light. As the adventure progressed, Bella realized that her anxiety was like the clouds in the night sky, temporarily obscuring the light but never preventing the stars from twinkling. She learned, as her father had said, that even in the darkest moments, if she faced them bravely, she would find her own light. At the end of the adventure, Bella and her father returned home. Bella excitedly recounted her adventure to her mother, describing the night forest, the frog croaks by the pond, and the cute little hedgehog. Her mother listened attentively, pride gleaming in her eye. Bella told her mother she was no longer afraid of the dark. She understood that there were beautiful things in the dark, like the stars and fireflies at night, twinkling in the dark, bringing hope and comfort to people. Her mother smiled, gently stroking Bella's hair, telling her that everyone has moments of anxiety and fear, but the important thing is to learn to face them and find the courage to overcome them. That night, Bella lay in bed, looking out at the night sky. She found that even on moonless nights, the stars were still there, twinkling quietly. She closed her eyes, her heart filled with peace and tranquility. She knew that whenever she looked up at the starry sky, she would find the light within. The next day, Bella decided to draw her adventure. She took out paper and colored pencils and began to depict a mysterious forest, the frog croaks by the pond, and the little hedgehog shining in the moonlight. Her drawing was full of color and vitality, showing her new understanding of the night and her curiosity about the unknown world. After she finished her drawing, Bella showed it to her family and friends. Her story and drawing inspired other children to bravely explore the unknown and discover the beauty of the night. Bella's adventure story spread throughout the town, becoming a tale that encouraged children to face their fears and find their courage. Through this adventure, Bella not only overcame her anxiety, but also learned how to express her feelings through art. She realized that everyone has a starry sky within, and as long as they bravely explore, they will find their own light. And this starry sky will always illuminate her path, day or night. As time passed, Bella's drawings became well known in the town, inspiring more children to bravely face the dark and explore the mysteries of the night. Bella's star pajamas became a symbol of her courage, and whenever she wore them, she would remember that wonderful night and her father's words, even in the darkest moment. Be brave and be your own star. The town's library held a special exhibition showcasing Bella's drawings and her adventure story. Children and parents came to the library to listen to Bella's sharing and view her drawing. Bella stood in front of the crowd, a bit nervous, but she bravely told her story, her voice clear. After the exhibition, Bella and her father went back to the backyard and looked up at the starry sky. Her father asked Bella if she was still afraid of the dark. Bella shook her head and smiled, saying, "No, Dad, I now know There are beautiful things in the dark, just like the stars. She stretched out her small hand, pointing to the brightest star in the sky, as if making a wish. From then on, whenever night fell, Bella would stand by the window, quietly admiring the starry sky. She knew that no matter when and where, as long as she looked up at the sky, she would find the light and strength within. And her small flashlight also became her faithful companion on adventures, illuminating her path forward. Bella's story has been passed down in the town for a long time, becoming a legend about courage, adventure, and self-discovery. And she, from a little girl afraid of the dark, has grown into a brave little explorer, a heart full of light and hope. Hope you enjoyed our magical journey. Before you drift off to sleep, don't forget to subscribe for you kids to ensure you never miss a story. Good night, little ones. Sweet dreams.